We ask, are Jamaicans putting too much pressure on Tina Clayton and Tia Clayton? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button. And finally, leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, are you ready? Yep, good to go. So, it's a real question. Are Jamaicans putting too much pressure on Tina Clayton and her sister, Tia Clayton? Now, recently, we saw Tia Clayton at the Crifter Trials in the prelims in Heat, I believe, 1, where she placed behind Petersfield's remarkable Alexis James. She did not return to the finals. Now, I have no idea why Frano, the great Stephen Francis of MVP, didn't have her run in the finals. No clue. And I tried to speculate before, but I'm not even going to try because, like I keep saying in a very respectful way, Stephen Francis is a sly old fox. And we saw Tina Clayton run, I think it's the fastest time ever run on soil in the 60 meter in Jamaica by a female pro athlete. If I'm not correct, someone please tell me, but I believe that 7.03 should be the fastest ever ran on Jamaican soil by a Jamaican female pro. It's not the fastest ever ran, but certainly for an outdoor 60 meter, because of course, you know, and I know that both Elaine Thomas-Sahara and Shelley and Fraser Price share a tremendously fast time of 6.98, and Merlene Otti, I believe, has an even faster time. But I'm talking about on Jamaican soil. And this was a huge run for Tina Clayton. She looked spectacular. Now, the truth is, when I go through the comments, because I also always go through the comments, because I learn a lot from y'all. Like I said, I'm fortunate in the sense that a lot of the people who come to this channel, to Peter Lloyd World, you are truly knowledgeable about track and field, not just Jamaican, but globally. And I tend to learn a lot. And I'm here to learn. I'm one of those people. I want to learn. But a lot of you, a good portion of you keep saying our expectations for Tina and Tia Clayton are just way too high. And I've been kind of thinking about this. Are they too high though? I mean, both Tina and Tia Clayton made the decision to leave the amateur ranks, leave high school, and go straight to pro. Not college, not anywhere else. They just went straight pro. The motivation could be a myriad of reasons. The obvious would probably be the financial rewards that they would reap from it. I have, and that's logical. And I have no problems with any of that. But the truth is, the minute the athlete goes pro, the expectations become very different. Now, you've heard us here say continuously, and I'm speaking over these races and interviews because you've seen them all several times before. You've heard me say that normally there's a transitional period from the amateur into the pro for most athletes. There's an adjustment phase for most athletes in their first year. We normally reference their first year as their rookie year. And it's really, one has to understand the adjustment, because truly you go from dominating in your age group, high school or college, for instance, and then you're suddenly running against the best of the best of the best. People at a whole different level of experience. They're much more experienced, they're much more seasoned, they've been in the game much longer, and they're normally at a completely different place as athletes. And even within this rank of more seasoned pro athletes, there are layers. There is a Shakura Wallace, who I think is one of my favorites. She's one of my favorites female sprinters. There's Natasha Morrison, but then there's a Sharika Jackson, there's a Shelly, and there's a you know what I'm saying. So there, even within the pro ranks, there's a division amongst the athletes who have been running for quite some time. And then we also have to understand that both Tina and Tia Clayton have also the distinct disadvantage, and it can be considered a disadvantage, of not only becoming pro in the, adjusting, but they're pro in the fastest group of female sprinters on the planet. We have the three fastest women in the 100 and 200 meters here, right here in Jamaica. I mean, that's a heck of an adjustment. We don't have one of them. We have the three fastest. We have Elaine, we have Shelly, we have Sharika. Yes, people, they're the three fastest alive, as we know. That's a heck of an adjustment. But if I'm going to be honest, the way in which I see Tina Clayton running, I don't think she gives a heck. I don't think she cares. I think Tina Clayton is going all out. I mean, she's used to winning, and the way I see her run, she's someone who's used to winning. And I think Fran is trying to figure out how to adapt this winning spirit and her raw talent and to bring her to that next level where she can easily compete. The truth is also, we've seen other athletes transition very early. If I remember, Brianna Williams went pro very early, 16 or 17. And at 16, she was lined up at the National Stadium beside Elaine, Shelley, and she not only held her own, but I think she came third. So it has to do with the athletes. So I'm not sure if we're actually putting too much pressure on them. I'm not sure. I would say that maybe instead of saying that we're putting too much pressure on them, and I use that terminology because several of you in our comments have said we're putting too much pressure on them. I think maybe our expectations may be a little lofty, a little too high. I mean, I'm hearing people talking about Tina and Tia Clayton breaking world records this year and next year, and that's highly improbable. It's not impossible, but it is highly unlikely. It's highly improbable. I mean, and I'm going to say it again, it's not impossible. So I'm not sure if we are actually putting any pressure on these girls. I don't know if they give two hoots about what we think. I don't know if they're concerned about our expectations. I think their own expectations of themselves might be that they're putting more pressure on themselves than we are putting on them. But maybe I would say that instead of the fact that we might be pushing too much pressure on them, I think what we may be doing wrong, and I'm going to say we, meaning us, the YouTubers, the media, the press, the fans, everyone. Maybe our expectations of them are lofty. It's too out of reach, I'm saying to people that I think in the next 2 years, Tina Clayton certainly can run somewhere around, I think, 10 point. I think she could run a 10.80 based on what I'm seeing and the trajectory. But people are saying that they're seeing her running a sub 10.7, and I'm saying, do you even understand what a sub 10.7 is? That's not something many human beings have done. So I'm not sure if at 18 or going into 20 she'll be able to achieve running that kind of time. But in terms of our putting pressure on them, I don't know. I don't think we're impacting them. I think they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves. I believe they went pro because they believe that they have what it takes. They have the cojones. They have all the necessary ingredients to tackle these pros and possibly beat them. And we have actually seen Tina Clayton beat a few of these pros. So I don't think we are putting pressure on them. I think our problem, our challenge might be not a problem, is that our expectations are just maybe too high and a little bit unrealistic. So I would like to, on a personal level, for me, I would just like to think that they're going to do extremely well. And they seem to have started out very well. Certainly Tina has, and Tia will eventually catch up. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that we are putting too much pressure on them? Because this is something that many of you keep bringing up in the comment section, and that's why I decided to talk about it. Or do you think that our expectations are just unrealistic? Or do you think that Tina and Tia Clayton don't give a hoot and they're just doing what they need to do? They went pro because they believe that they're at that point and they can transition and get to that top level. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, you are kings and queens. Bless up!